What's going on, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey, coming to you guys with a quick little article that I read out on rollingout.com regarding Gina Neely. Now, you guys may know Gina Neely from Down Home with the Neelys, and she was married to Pat Neely, and the world was kind of shocked when they ended up getting a divorce. They had this really great show on the Food Network. They were super popular, and it just seemed like they were just getting bigger and bigger when it was announced that they were splitting up. Let's get into this article. It says here, Gina Neely opens up about divorce from co-star husband Pat. 2 years after Gina Neely announced her divorce from her husband and Down Home with the Neelys co-star Pat, the Food Network star is opening up about her difficult decision to walk away from her marriage. In a clip from this week's upcoming Where Are They Now?, Neely revealed that she knew her 20-year marriage had begun to crumble back in 2008 when the pair partnered up for their very first cooking show. Oddly enough, it was that very show that famously showed the pair being consistently affectionate that garnered the couple a huge fan base. Pat is not a bad guy. He's just not for me, she said. I didn't want to divorce my husband, but it became necessary to do it in order for me to be my best self. Meanwhile, the 51-year-old who shares a daughter with Pat, 52, and has another daughter from a previous marriage, admitted that when it all boiled down, the couple had different expectations. He felt like we didn't spend enough time together. I felt like we did, and we needed a little space. Though news of the Neelys' marital trouble shocked fans, Gina went on to reveal that her decision was not a rash one. In fact, Gina argued that the pair, who met in high school and married in 1994, attempted to save their marriage. We went to therapy 12 times. I tried to leave 5 times, and I just didn't have the strength. But the 5th time, I held on to that. It became necessary for me to find my path, she explained. I knew I wasn't happy, and I said, I'm definitely not going to take 50 and not be happy. I guess she means turn 50, said Neely, who began shedding weight just before the couple parted ways for good. So at 46, I started changing my life. I started changing my body. I realized I liked that better. According to the television personality, she dropped 34 pounds. As previously reported in a brief statement to The Root, the exes announced their split was due to irreconcilable differences. The pair issued a statement at the time. This was a tough decision, but we believe it is the best decision for us. As parents of 2 beautiful daughters that we love dearly, we will continue to be involved in each other's lives as parents and friends. Together we have built a strong brand as the Neelys, quote. Moving forward, our focus will be on our individual brands, and we are optimistic about our respective futures. We ask for your prayers as we go through this transition and honor our request for privacy at this time. You guys can watch Gina Neely's interview on Where Are They Now, Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern on OWN. Hey, listen, I was not shocked when the announcement came out, you guys, that Gina and Pat was getting a divorce, because I used to tell my mama all the time when we was watching Down Home with the Neelys, I was like, she really acts like she don't want to be bothered with him sometimes. And my mom was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you could kind of tell, like, he was always begging for sugar and begging for kisses and, you know, like bartering for it. She was like, okay, you chop these. And he's like, if I chop these onions, will you give me some sugar? And she was like, well, let me see you chop them first. you know, he was just constantly on her. And I think she felt smothered. If you go back and look at some of those shows, you can see that she always was sending him over there to do stuff, to the grill, which required him to turn his back to her and go on about his business while she talked to the camera. I mean, I just feel like she fell out of love with him so long ago, and it was maybe because he loved her too much. Maybe she felt like, I know what y'all saying, can you love somebody too much? You can smother somebody. You can't absorb all of the energy and life that they have in their lungs, you know what I mean? And just, you love them so much, you choking them, you know what I'm saying? It can't happen. And I think she just fell out of love with him. She wanted something different. She didn't want to have that same life anymore. Also, I kind of felt like she loved the limelight, and she loved being in the limelight. And, you know, not that it's a bad thing or anything. He just seemed more like he was all about family, being around the house and family. So, again, I wasn't shocked. I think she looks really good. She's obviously kept her weight loss going. She's 51 now, and she started this weight loss journey when she was 46. She looks really good, and I have to say, I'm proud of her. And anyone, male or female, who find that they're in a place where they're not happy, and they just make a decision to change their lives. Remember, y'all, they had, although, you know, they had this issue in their relationship, they had a huge brand, restaurants, TV program, books, all of this stuff, you know, so it's not easy to walk away from that much. You know, these material things, these assets, as well as having, you know, a daughter together. So I commend her for walking in her own truth. Again, she looks really good, y'all. I'm telling you now. Believe what they say, melanin don't crack. I think we're going to see a lot more Gina Neely. I think she's going to do some more things with cooking and Food Network or whatever. You know, don't quote me on that, but I can just see that she's on this sort of trajectory where she wants to be her own brand. And I think it's probably going to center around weight loss, which I'm here for it. I commend her for it. And I feel bad for Pat in a way, because I think when you make somebody your whole world and you realize that they don't feel the same way, it could be tough on the individual. So I would love to hear his take on why they broke up, his perspective on what's going on with the two of them. And I think it's very interesting that Oprah has her instead of him, or has her and not also maybe at a separate time have conversations with him, because I would love to hear his take on it. She has always appeared to me to be the more outgoing one, and he has always appeared to me to be a little bit more awkward. But again, you guys, tell me what you think about the article. And if you guys get an opportunity to watch Saturday's episode of Where Are They Now, please come back, comment, subscribe, of course, like, and let me know what you thought about it. I won't get an opportunity to watch it because it's my parents' 49th anniversary, so this weekend is a bust for me. There's going to be 0 to none television for me. So I did read this article. I found it very interesting, and I would love to know what you guys think about this. Do you think that the Neelys were they this iconic couple to you guys? Did anybody else notice kind of that they were awkward together on TV? And what do you think about Gina's new look and her embarking on this solo career? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until we speak again, honeybees,